Thank you, Ray, and good morning, everyone. Welcome to the 2014 State of the Park District Address. For those of you here that are in attendance for the Naperville Eskimo and Snowshoe Society's annual meeting, that meeting has been canceled due to heavy snow and inclement weather. You see, Bill, the humor is it's a snowshoe society. Okay, all right. I spent the better part of Friday night working on an intro, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'm Park Board President Rich Janner, and I'm pleased to have the opportunity to speak with all of you today about the Naperville Park District's accomplishments and goals for the upcoming year. First, again, really appreciative that everyone would take the time to be here on a crazy weather day. It means you're very interested in the mission of the Park District, and for that, we're very grateful. Before we go any further, I would like to take a few moments to acknowledge our Executive Director, Ray McGurry, who just celebrated his 5-year anniversary with the Naperville Park District. Time flies, has been doing an outstanding job, and the entire Naperville Park District leadership team and staff. You know, we really do have an excellent leadership team and staff when we have these bitter cold days like we did last week, and not unlike today. Our staff is up and running at 6 in the morning. Removing snow, fixing the frozen pipes, and communicating with residents about program matters. And these are the hardworking individuals that really represent the magic behind the curtain, so to speak, and they really have been outstanding. Okay, at this time, I would also like to introduce some of the other elected officials that are here with us today. I'd like to start with our Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners, Vice President Mike Riley. As we've said a million times, when Mike was president, we never had any issues or problems with weather. Commissioner Bill Egan. Commissioner Jerry Heide. Commissioner Ron Ori. Commissioner Marie Todd. And Commissioner Kirsten Young. Also from the Naperville Parks Foundation and DuPage County Forest Preserve District, Commissioner Mary Lou Worley. From the City of Naperville, Councilman Doug Kraus. Councilman Joel McElroy. And our City Manager, Doug Krieger. If you got any complaints about roads, see this guy at the end of the meeting. Also here with us today is a gentleman that was just recognized as our State Legislator of the Year, which is a huge honor and very well deserved by the Illinois Association of Park Districts, Senator Mike Connolly. Congratulations. Okay, there's a lot that I want to go into here today. Before we get any further, if you've ever attended a State of the Union address or an opening of Parliament, you know it's customary for elected officials to repeatedly spring out of their chairs and lead the audience in a standing ovation at various times throughout the presentation. We're not going to do that here today, so feel free to just settle into your seats. You've already made it all the way over here, and make yourselves comfortable here as we get into the presentation. Okay, again, there's a lot we're going to cover here today. First, we're going to cover the following topics: the value of the Naperville Park District, key accomplishments for 2013, our 2013 accolades, golf operations and Centennial Beach, community involvement and partnerships, grant successes, highlights of 2014 key district initiatives, and then we'll wrap up with some thoughts regarding the future of the Naperville Park District. And after the presentation, we'll have plenty of time for question and answer. So as far as the value of the Naperville Park District, Naperville is, as everyone knows, one of the best places to live in the country, a claim that's been substantiated over the years by accolades received by third-party organizations and publications. Our park system is often cited as one of the key reasons why Naperville is top-notch, and Centennial Beach and the Riverwalk, of course, are frequently mentioned as two of the crown jewels of our community, and there's certainly no disputing the fact that these points are focal points for the residents and visitors alike. It's also important to recognize the vast recreational amenities that the Naperville Park District provides for the enjoyment of both passive and active recreation here in town. This slide highlights many of those aspects, and as you can see, our residents can enjoy a tremendous amount of recreational opportunities no matter where their interests lie. And residents receive an exceptional value for their tax dollars here. To give you some perspective, the Park District represents approximately 5% of an average resident's tax bill, and taxes fund approximately 50% of the district's operations, with the other portion generated through primarily program fees and alternative revenue, which includes grants, donations, and sponsorships. So those are our main sources of revenue for the Park District. And this chart illustrates the history of average taxes paid to the Park District since 2009. As you can see, taxes have increased by a total of $21 since 2010. And since that time, we've added exceptional amenities to benefit the community, including the Nike Sports Complex expansion, the Seeger Park Interpretive Center, and site improvements, Centennial Beach renovations, new playgrounds, a synthetic turf field at Commissioners Park, and the Knock Knolls Nature Center, which is currently in progress. It's important to note that the Park District and Staff Board continue to be diligent in identifying ways to minimize costs and increase our value to residents. This is certainly very important to us. Let's talk about some key accomplishments of 2013. As an organization that's focused on continuous improvement, 2013 proved to be another great year for the progress of the Park District. I want to point out that we don't do more just for the sake of doing more. Rather, the Park Board and staff continually identify and seek to act on opportunities to advance and improve facilities, programs, and services. It's our goal to continue to promote health and wellness and keep recreation of all kinds as a high priority for our residents, and I'm pleased to highlight some of the following 2013 accomplishments. First, the purchase of nearly 5 acres of land at Quincy Avenue and Fort Hill Drive. On November 14th, the Park Board of Commissioners approved the purchase of approximately 5 acres of land in what has become a key Naperville sports hub located near the intersection of Quincy Avenue and Fort Hill Drive. This land is the future site of the Naperville Park District Activity Center, a place that will offer a wide range of activities and programs. The focus will be to give residents of all ages, from children and teens to adults and seniors, a place to gather and engage in recreational activities. Our residents have been asking the Park District for this for quite some time, to build an indoor center and help fulfill the recreation needs of the community. We've heard this loud and clear, and in the past 3 community interest and opinion surveys, this has bubbled to the top in 2005, 2009, and again in 2012. And our board and staff are thrilled to finally be able to deliver this important facility to our residents. Next, the grand opening of Meadow Glens Park, completed in late 2012. The renovations to Meadow Glens Park, partially funded by an Open Space Lands Acquisition and Development, or OSLAD grant, from the Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunity, were celebrated at a grand opening event in May of 2013. The project included the addition of a loop trail with fitness stations, a nature playground, and a family recreation area with bag toss equipment, a restroom facility, and a restroom building. Additional renovations were made to the ball field, soccer fields, and basketball court. Completion of the district's strategic plan for 2014 through 2016. By the beginning of 2013, the district had completed its previous strategic plan ahead of schedule. That document was scheduled to go through 2015. However, with it completed ahead of schedule, it was time for the district to embark upon creating a new one. Throughout the summer, the staff, board, community leaders, and stakeholders, including many of you in the room here today, convened for a series of workshops to discuss the direction for the new plan. The staff and board fine-tuned the goals in the fall, and by the end of the year, the plan was complete. 5 major goals, in addition to several other goals tied to the organization's core values, are ready to be fulfilled. Number 1, address current and future indoor space needs of the community while maintaining fiscal stewardship. Obviously, we're talking about that a lot here today. 2, demonstrate leadership by providing innovative and uncommon experiences that the community wants and go beyond traditional park and recreation offerings. 3, maintain high esteem rating at or above 2012 rating on resident surveys. 4, maintain the financial health of the Naperville Park District and illustrate this status through recognition like maintaining our AAA bond rating. And 5, provide great experiences at our golf facilities while maintaining visibility and relevance. Next, the launch of golfnaperville.com, our new golf website. In the early spring, to coincide with the official start of golf season, the district launched a brand new golf website at the new web address www.golfnaperville.org. This new site features an updated look, better navigation, and streamlined content. Most notably, it collapsed the former separate golf websites for Springbrook and Naperbrook into one website. Since the new site's release, the district has seen a 20% increase in overall online visits, which is important for us. Next, the new synthetic turf field installed at Commissioners Park. The installation of the district's second synthetic turf field, this time at Commissioners Park, was completed by early fall of last year. The field is already in use, and we expect it to be very well used as a synthetic turf field that came online. Nike Sports Complex in 2011 has seen heavy usage from residents and user groups. Next, the groundbreaking for the Knock Knolls Nature Center. In the heat of the summer, the district broke ground on the Knock Knolls Nature Center in Knock Knolls Park. This facility, which is scheduled to open in the fall of 2014, is being funded in part by a grant from the Illinois Clean Energy Community Foundation through its High Performance Green Building Program for Energy Efficient LEED Platinum Design. Additional grant funding is being provided through an Open Space Lands Acquisition and Development, or OSLAD, grant from the Illinois Department of Natural Resources. In addition to the Nature Center, other Knock Knolls site improvements will include the addition of trails, a nature playground, expansion of the existing 9-hole disc golf course, a porous pavement parking lot, and improvements to the canoe launch. Relative to this project, you may have also heard that we deployed some short-term staff at the Knock Knolls property this past fall. For nearly 3 weeks, a herd of goats was used to clear invasive plants and brush to make way for further development of this project come spring. This eco-friendly initiative was a unique and effective way to get the job done with some additional support from traditional labor. Next, Sportsman's Park Remediation Initiative. The Phase 1 portion of the Sportsman's Park Remediation Initiative that got underway in September of 2013 successfully reached substantial completion late last year. The Phase 1 remediation work focused on the area outside the fence line within the southeastern portion of the site. Phase 2 remediation work, which consists of the balance of the site, is scheduled to occur in 2014. The objective of the site remediation activities is to receive a no further remediation letter from the Illinois EPA for all the contaminants associated with the historic shooting practices at the site. The ultimate goal of the Sportsman's Park Remediation Project is to restore the unique facility and surrounding area while helping to elevate it as a cultural amenity and expand its access for enjoyment by more of the community. Next, playground renovations and a new playground. The Park District follows a 15-year renovation replacement cycle for its playgrounds to ensure the best in quality and safety standards for our children and residents. 3 playground ribbon cutting events were held in 2013 to celebrate with nearby neighbors at Country Commons, Huntington Commons, and Olson Farm Park. A new playground was installed at Ashwood Park, and these celebrations are always great opportunities for park board members and staff to connect with residents face-to-face and for residents to enjoy some time with friends and neighbors. I'd also like to, and very proud to announce some various distinctions that the Park District earned in 2013. One, the Interpretive Center at Seeger Park was recognized with an architectural award from the American Institute of Architects. The district received the Sunshine Award for Online Government Transparency from the Illinois Policy Institute. The district received the highest score among Illinois government entities that had gone through the website's evaluation process. So we are the most transparent in the state of Illinois, and we're very proud of that. The district received rating renewed at the highest level, AAA bond rating from Moody's Investor Service, and the Government Finance Officers Association awarded the Park District the 2011 Certificate of Achievement for excellence in financial reporting. I guess they're a couple years behind. That is a 2011 award. Next, Glancer Magazine's readers voted Naperbrook Golf Course the community's favorite place to golf in its annual Reader's Choice Awards. And finally, our very own Park Board Vice President Mike Riley was recently awarded the prestigious 2013 Rising Star Award from the Illinois Association of Park Districts at its annual state conference. That's a statewide award and very well deserved. Mike, congratulations. Not surprisingly, with many outdoor facilities in our inventory and several outdoor events hosted throughout the year, the district relies on the favorability of Mother Nature. Unfortunately, Mother Nature wasn't very cooperative in 2013. I don't have any meteorological background, but so far 2014 ain't looking good either. Golf operations started out the season slowly, with a cold entry into spring and a wet start to the summer, which typically is golf's busiest time. Then cold weather reemerged in October, thereby disrupting fall golf and did not let up for the remainder of the year. As everyone knows, golf is very, very weather dependent, as is a lot of what we do in the Park District. Even the turkey shoot, which has enjoyed unseasonably warm weather in recent years, had to contend with cold weather in 2013. And as a result, last year was really a challenging year for our golf operation from top to bottom. However, the good news is, due to some excellent management, the golf program finished in the year in the black. So looking ahead, the district has begun to explore some possible renovations at Springbrook and Naperbrook in the coming years that will ensure both golf courses are able to compete a little bit better with what some of the area courses are doing, as well as private courses. Centennial Beach, which gets its season rolling by the end of May, also depends on hot and sunny weather for its success. And due to the fact that typical summer weather didn't come through for us until late July, we saw a downturn in season pass sales, and daily sales were disrupted as well due to unpredictable temperatures and rainfall that plagued the entire area. The district will be rolling out some additional perks to the historically popular season membership for 2014. And if that doesn't boost sales, we may consider launching the first annual Naperville Park District Commissioner Swimsuit Competition. And Commissioner Ori has already emerged as a preseason frontrunner. All right, let's get it together. I want to emphasize that we cannot do everything as an organization without the partnerships, and we are so proud of the many partnerships that we enjoy that ultimately benefit our entire community. Grants and sponsorships. Grants and sponsorships will continue to provide an essential source of alternative revenue for the district. With regard to grants, the challenge lies in identifying potential opportunities among the dwindling pool of funds that are a good match for the organization. There are also many more organizations competing for fewer resources. That said, the district successfully sought and received more than $422,000 in grant funds this past year to help support the following initiatives. First, $1,515 from the Illinois Arts Council for our dance program. The big one was the $400,000 OSLAD grant through IDNR for the Knocknose Nature Center mentioned earlier. $500 from the Canadian National Organization for Goals and Nets for Naperville Youth Soccer. $19,000 from Illinois Department of Commerce and Economic Opportunities Renewable Energy Program for solar panels to be installed at the Book Pavilion at Nike Sports Complex. Rugby balls were provided through a grant from the U.S. Rugby Foundation, and $1,324 from the United States Tennis Association, or USTA, and $500 from the Midwest USTA was provided for tennis court lining for youth programs. So our sponsorship program revenue continues to provide an important source of alternative revenue for the district, and this slide shows some of our current sponsors. The program connects area businesses and organizations whose goals and missions mesh well with the district's goals. We provide a solid platform and way for them to make meaningful connections with the Park District participants and residents as a whole. In 2013, the sponsorship program enjoyed a 5% growth over 2012, resulting in nearly $114,000 that helped fund various district programs and events. The goal is to continue to grow this program by re-signing existing sponsors and bringing in new ones that hopefully will become longtime partners of the Park District. Okay, let's move forward to some highlights of key 2014 district initiatives, what's on the horizon here for 2014. With a 3-year strategic plan in place and an aggressive capital plan that helps to move forward the district's development priorities, we look forward to 2014 as a year that will keep us on our toes in several different ways. Here are some highlights of the upcoming district initiatives. First and foremost, evaluate and address the district's indoor space deficit. Indoor space continues to be an area of focus for the district, as I've said many times now. Not only is this addressed in the district's new strategic plan, it's also been thrust to the forefront with discussions in recent months about the forthcoming activity center. The lack of appropriate indoor recreational space can best be summed up by a comment made by our esteemed Mayor Pradle. In early fall, district staff and board members talked to key community leaders about the need for the activity center. In speaking with the mayor personally, he agreed that the district needed more indoor space, citing the fact that he himself travels to Fox Valley Mall in Aurora to get his exercise during the cold months. We can certainly do better, not only for our mayor, but also for all of our residents. I'd like to further add that there's about 3,500 families in Naperville, many of them in South Naperville, that have children with special needs. And currently, these folks, in many cases, are working a full day and then having to drive all the way to Carroll Stream for special recreation programming through one of our partners, WDSRA. And to me and our board and our staff, that's just not acceptable. So I think this new activity center will allow some of those programs to find a home right here in Naperville. And again, we're very pleased about having the opportunity to finally deliver this building. The district will continue to evaluate its indoor space inventory, needs and ability to program spaces we have for the diverse types of programs that we offer here in the community. With respect to the district's activity center, we just concluded here in January 3 public open house opportunities for residents to provide specific feedback regarding the types of spaces they would like to see in our facility. If you haven't had a chance to learn more about the project and provide your input, please take a few moments here today after the presentation to review the project boards and speak with our staff. Later this spring, we'll have some architectural renderings to share with residents that will help bring the future facility to life. The current timeline is to nail down design and permitting within this year in 2014, and with construction taking place in 2015 and 2016, and ideally we'd be able to open the activity center in the early part of 2016. Next, embark upon extensive customer feedback process. In order to ensure that our district continues to remain relevant, we will take on extensive initiative to solicit feedback from participants in our programs and at our events. Input will help us determine whether or not changes are needed to our current program offerings, as well as it will allow us the opportunity to learn about new and popular recreational offerings that our residents desire. Complete construction of Knock Knolls Nature Center and open the facility to the public. I'm hopeful that this nature center will be another one of the crown jewels of our community. And as stated earlier, the Park District plans to open the nature center at Knock Knolls Park by the fall of 2014 and to have nature programming and opportunities up and running for all ages. Although the district has offered nature and environmental programming for several years, with a resource like this nature center, new staff, and a continued partnership with the Conservation Foundation, we hope to expand this category of programming and bring light to the importance of nature and ecology in our community. Implement the Information Technology Improvement Plan. The comprehensive plan created by our IT staff and board focuses on all aspects of technology for the district, both internal and external, as it's finally ready to be implemented. Many of our goals that were set for the present and into the future will positively impact our customers' experience and the interaction with the Park District at our facilities through our programs. The Technology Improvement Plan is a multi-year document that will help the district stay on track and ensure its continued relevance with regard to technology priorities. Continue to work on the Comprehensive Customer Standards Program. In 2013, the district began to develop a brand new customer standards program that will define customer service expectations across the district. In 2014, staff will continue to work to develop this comprehensive program in order to ensure that the district is providing consistent and excellent service to all of its customers. Continue to build the game of golf. To address the challenges that golf has faced over the last several years, that's in many cases based on nationwide trends, the district has placed a greater emphasis on identifying ways to put more players on the golf courses. One of the areas the district will continue to focus on is how to attract a greater number of youth players to the game of golf. In 2013, the district addressed the desire to increase youth golf by adding the PGA Junior League, bringing the introductory snag golf lessons program to Springbrook, and introducing golf birthday parties. The goal is to maximize these opportunities that attract the youth market and get kids of all ages involved in the game of golf here at our public courses. Today's youth players will be tomorrow's avid golfers. Next, as mentioned earlier, remediation of the Sportsman's Park site. So phase 1 remediation of the Sportsman's site was initiated and completed in 2013, and as mentioned previously, our goal is to embark upon phase 2 with the ultimate intention of making the facility accessible to a much larger portion of the community. Ashbury Park ball field renovation. The Ashbury Park renovations project will include renovation of existing ball fields and the installation of new ADA concrete pads behind backstops, sidewalk connections, and related site furnishings. Playground construction and renovations. 4 playgrounds are scheduled to be renovated at the following locations in 2014: Buttonwood Park, East Greens Park, Old Farm Park, and Wildflower Park. A new playground is planned to be constructed at Harris Faywell Park, and once each playground is complete, the district will host playground ribbon cutting events for each of these locations to celebrate with area families, and all of you are, of course, welcome at all these events. Also in 2014, we'll host ribbon cutting events for playgrounds that were completed in late 2013, and these locations include River Run Park and Crestview Knoll. The future of the Naperville Park District. Continuous improvement is a perpetual goal of the district, and our emphasis on importance of community engagement will be illustrated through the implementation of our short-term and long-term initiatives. This includes program surveys we send out to program participants, open house events such as the ones we hosted in January for the Activity Center, focus groups, and our community interest and opinion survey that we conduct approximately every 3 years. Resident feedback is an integral part of what we do as an organization that serves recreational needs of the community. It will also help the district refine and focus future programs, services, and facilities to benefit our residents. Toward the beginning of this address, I talked about the value that the district provides. I'd like to end on a similar note by highlighting all the exceptional recreational opportunities that we offer the community. This includes all the great memories you'll make at many of our free events throughout the year, the walks, jogs, or bike rides on our miles and miles of trails, and the amenities at all 140 of our unique and beautiful parks. Residents may choose to benefit from the more than 1,400 programs the Naperville Park District offers every year. Where else can you try everything from cooking and dance to pottery, stay in shape with contemporary fitness programs, send your children to fun and engaging science programs, enroll them in recreational soccer, and then send them and their grandparents to grandparent-grandchild bingo. It's all right here at the Naperville Park District, folks. We're proud to offer many different opportunities for people across the community, and we look forward to continuing to grow in a direction that will maintain our relevance and keep our residents excited to be a part of all the great things that we offer season after season. So with that, once again, thank you for making it out here, for your time and attention this morning, and I would be happy to entertain any questions that anyone might have. Does anyone have any questions?